want you to see this young woman on campus, my alma mater, Columbia University. She's part of the crew that's taken over Hamilton Hall, and she wants more.
Why should the university be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in. I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students. Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you? If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But they did put themselves in that very deliberately, in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building. Now would you please bring us food and water?
Nobody's asking them to bring anything. We're asking them to not violently stop us from bringing in basic humanitarian aid.
They're stopping the delivery of food?
We are looking for a commitment from them that they will not stop it
but
violently.
They haven't stopped it.
Well, I don't know to what extent it has been attempted, but we're looking for a commitment.
And the Grubhub.
They're looking for a commitment from the university to bring the food and water in. They chose to take over the hall illegally. And yet these students, who theoretically should be smart enough, I don't know, did they get rid of the SAT at Columbia? Clearly that whole experiment didn't go so well. Seems like you better reinstitute the test, guys, at every university like yesterday. So they go and take over the hall. And now they're mad because they don't have food and water and they don't want to leave. So they're in there and they're demanding food and water. And they're saying, well, we've paid for it anyway. It's part of our tuition. I'm sorry. This is what us taxpayers have to somehow support. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden want you to help support her as she protests. I don't know if she specifically was responsible for the broken windows, but she's clearly part of the team. And I think Americans are going to look at this, especially come November 2024, and they're not going to forget. This is not who we are. Things have gone too far. And this all, once again, plays in Donald Trump's favor. Pure and simple, not that hard.